Are you looking for the best ice fishing backpack? I have the 2 top contenders for the best ice fishing bag right here in front of me. I've used both of them. I purchased both with my own money. Today's review is going to be unbiased, and I'm going to go through some of the things that they don't tell you about the bags. Let's go ahead and jump in. First, let's do a walk around about each of these bags on the outside. The first one that we're going to look at here is the Clam Ultimate Ice Fishing Bag. What you're going to see here on the sides, probably the most notable, is it does come with a rod case. This is a soft rod case. It does have hard PVC plastic inside of here. It is rated to fit 2 to 3. I would highly recommend only putting 2 in here. It's 32 inches in length, so you can fit 2 rods up to 32 inches in length. They advertise it, like I said, up to 3, but that's getting pretty tight. One hack that I'll give you is that if you do put more than 1 rod in this tube, use these. These are rod sleeves, just like for open water rods that you would use, but they're made for ice fishing rods. Why these are super beneficial, and I'll link them down below if you want to check them out. They're cheap, but they work great. Is you slide one of your rods in there, you slide the other rod in there, and they glide really nicely against each other. There's no snagging or anything like that. Back to the bag though. So you've got the rod case here. This is detachable, so what you can do is you can just pull this off here, and then it clips on down here, and it clips on down here. So this is removable. So then what you've got is a place for your tools that you can put here. Your toothpicks, your pliers, your needle nose, all those different things you can put here. We've got a couple of different pouches here that can open up. This guy up here, obviously you can fit your sunglasses in. Below that, you've got the front pouch. This is a front pouch that you can get access to, and you can fit quite a few different things in there. As we continue around to the side, you've got a detachable pouch here, which is kind of nice. It's a big open space here. Below that, you've got another side pocket here. This is a nice side pocket. On the back, you've got a nice handle strap to hold the bag, obviously. These are really nice arm straps to go over your shoulders, and they actually clip on. So you can unclip them if you want to, so that you can take one off from the bag at the bottom if you want to. Really nice clips, really extendable. You've got a chest strap that'll go across the front of it. Nice padding on the back here. And yes, you see a zipper. We'll get to that right now. If you unzip this, your bottom is removable. And boom, you've got the bottom off of the bag. So what's in this bottom compartment? Well, behind this pocket here, you've got another zipper. If you open this up, what you've got is a big compartment down here. So you can fit 4 tackle boxes, 3600 size, that go in here. And then on the bottom, like we talked about, you've got a really nice bottom that keeps it dry when you're setting it on something like the ice or in the snow, which is really nice. All right, let's do a quick walk around on the Ego Kryptek bag. So on the top of the Ego Kryptek bag, you've got a big pouch. So you can unzip it, and then you've got a big pouch you can put whatever you want in. I put different tools and things in here, and this is a really nicely accessible pouch for you to get to tools or anything like that. Underneath that, what you've got is a opening section here, which gets you into the top section of the bag. On the right-hand side of the bag, what you're going to see here is you've got a pocket. So top part, you've got a pocket. I believe they call these G-hooks. And then you've got a normal pocket just to put whatever you want in. And then it latches shut really nicely with that. Below that, what you've got is another pocket. So this is another big pocket. I keep hand warmers and a knife in here, and then it zips shut. This is a nice big size lower pocket. On the left, I'll go to the left first. You got the exact same thing. So a nice pocket here, and then a big pocket down here. On the front of the bag, what you've got is you've got 2 of these G-hooks that you can take off. And then this flaps up, and then it's a little skinny pocket. It's kind of hard to get into, but I put things in here like Band-Aids, contact solution, extra pairs of contacts, documentation, fishing license, those types of things. Below that, you've got the main bottom compartment here. So if you open this up here, similar to this guy, you can fit 4 3600 size boxes in here. It does come with them. I've got my own in here, and it's got a nice buckle here so you can latch it in case it's moving around, because they've got a nice zippered mesh pocket on the front inside as well. So I keep a weight scale in here, as well as some quick strike rigs for the tip-up. On the back, what you've got is a nice handle strap. This is a very heavy-duty strap, which is really nice. And then you've got your shoulder straps here. Same, you've got your chest strap that can go around your chest. This one does not have the waist strap, but it's not as tall of a bag. So I have found that this works out really well like this. Really nice padded back to it. And then on the bottom, you get a fully waterproof rubber material on the bottom. The rest of it is water resistant. The bottom is waterproof. Couple more things on the outside of these before we jump in. They are both water resistant bags. They are not waterproof. This material, if out when it's absolutely pouring, you will get your stuff wet inside of the bag. So there's no pro or con over each of them. They're both water resistant. First, we're gonna go over the dimensions. In terms of dimensions, the Clam is 24 inches in height and the Ego is 19 inches in height. The Clam is 16 inches in width and the Ego is about 17 inches in width. And from a depth perspective, we've got about 11 inches in depth in the Clam and about 10 inches in depth in the Ego. In terms of weight, they're both about 6 pounds in weight, completely empty, so relatively the same. If you add this guy on there, the rod holder on the side, that adds about another pound onto the bag. They're about the same in terms of weight. Retail price, we're looking at $199.99 MSRP and $169.99 MSRP. I'm not sure how well the video does it capturing it, but this is a heavier duty fabric bag. So this is a 1000 denier fabric, and this is a 600 denier fabric on the Clam. All right, inside of the bag. So inside of the Ego bag, what you've got is a very big top compartment. If we open this up, it's just fabric on the top. And then inside, I'll take some of these things out here, and you can see just how much space is inside of this bag. It's a huge compartment, and then the sides have like a hard plastic. Even though this is empty, look at how rigid this is, and it just stands up by itself. Here, we'll put this on here. You can see the bag is holding up just fine. If I put these on here and push down, the bag's gonna literally collapse on me. Not great. And it's the same exact thing on the bottom. So I'll take these out on the bottom and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You see how rigid this is on the bottom? It can hold its own structure. I don't even have this zipped and I can still push down. Look at how rigid that is. This guy right here, you're gonna see, I don't have anything in this bag, and this hole right here is already trying to concave on me. If I put any pressure on it, you can see the bag just basically falls apart. All right, back to the Clam. So the thing that I want to show you on here is this top portion you can see only goes down to the side part way, to the top of here. Inside of the top portion, this is how it comes. You've got these different dividers. So if you're putting things in here like, I don't know, camera gear or little gadgets or things you want in these pockets, that's great. What I do, and I would recommend, is taking these out. So if I take this out, these are the dividers that are in there. You can see there's a bottom right here. There's a whole portion in here you can't get to unless you take everything out of the top portion of the bag and unzip this inside portion, right? So if I unzip this on the inside, and now we can access the whole thing. All right, I need a quick refresher and some energy before we jump into the pros and cons of these bags. Bang Energy, this is the peach mango flavored. They have brand new cans out. I'm gonna open this guy up and I'm gonna try it out. They say it's the same flavor. Nothing has changed other than the design of the can. And I like this flavor, so I'll tell you. Nice and cold, just took it out of the fridge, and it tastes exactly the same. So if you're like me and you need a nice energy boost, make sure that you check out the Bang Energy Peach Mango. They're rolling out all the new cans right now. You can check them out online. I got a link down below, save you a couple bucks. Otherwise, in your local retail store, pick them up when you're out there. So good. Let's get back to the bags. All right, let's go through some pros and cons now. The Clam Ultimate Bag. You do get more space. I haven't calculated the exact square inches that you get more space, but you can definitely tell it's a bigger bag. You can fit more things in it. It also comes with a rod case. In terms of pros on the Ego bag, I love how much more compact it is. That's a huge pro for me. Second, the heavier duty fabric and zippers. We talked about the 1000 denier fabric on here versus the 600 on the Clam, but we did not yet talk about the zippers. The zippers on this guy are super heavy duty. I've used this bag for a couple of years, a couple of seasons. This guy, on the other hand, I have had a pain with a few of the zippers. First off is this guy right here, and I think it could be the design, but it's not the only one. If you can see here, if I try to open this, you can see the zipper's trying to pull, but I can't actually get it. I got to make sure it's perfect. Then you go down, you go around. It's not super easy to zip open for the sunglasses case or to close. If I try to open this, it's literally insanely hard to try to get it to open and that much harder to try to get it to close. And then these other side pockets, they have some of the same issues, but not nearly as bad. I think just the design of this front one just isn't great. Next pro for the Ego is the rigidity. Of course, it's loaded up now, but you saw me demonstrate how rigid this bag was, even when empty with pressure on the top. This thing folds up. It's like a school backpack. It doesn't have a whole lot of rigidity to it. Next pro for the Ego bag is this top pouch. I really appreciate having a top accessible pouch with a zipper that's big enough. Another thing I didn't even show you about this bag is there's a removable liner. So you remember how I showed you, you can get the 4 tackle boxes down here and you have the big top compartment. It's actually a Velcroed spot on the inside, similar to how you could remove the middle part of this. You can do the same thing here, and you can open from the bottom of the bag all the way up to the top. So you can fit 3,700 size boxes in here, 4 of them if you want. Still have a little bit extra space in the front and on the top for some other small things. So this is truly a great design of a bag to be able to use it however you want. Cons for the bags. I kind of already talked about all the things I didn't really like about this, other than one thing I just want to revisit, and that's if you zip this bag apart. I have no clue why you zip it apart. Some people may think, well, that would be in case you don't need the full bag. You can just take the bottom part off and it's not that big of a bag, which yes, you could. However, you then lose the bottom of the bag. It's just a piece of fabric, even less durable than even the outside of the bag, just sitting on the bottom. So if you set it in anything wet, everything's going to be soaked inside of it. So I don't really understand why they have that you can zip the bag apart in the middle. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. As for cons on the Ego, there are a couple. So one, this front pocket, 2 things I don't like. These G-hooks, and maybe over time, maybe it takes 5 years to wear in, the way that they sewed these G-hooks into the fabric here is it's really tight to get on. But I wish they were a little bit easier and maybe had a better clasp on here. That way it could be looser, wouldn't need to be as tight. But at the end of the day, I've never had one open up on me, and I've always been able to get them open. So maybe not that big of a deal. But really, I wish this pocket was bigger. I wish they added a little bit more of an expansion joint here on the sides of this front pocket to be able to open this up, put a few more things in it. But I do appreciate the slimness of it and it not sticking out really bulky, running into issues when you're trying to fit it places. So pros and cons to just that. Again, I wish these top side pouches were a little bit bigger as well. They get a little bit tight when you're trying to stick things in there. So that's my review on these 2 bags. You can choose which one's right for you. If you're looking for the rod holder and the all run and gun setup, the Clam Ultimate Backpack may be for you. If you want the extra space, the Clam Ultimate Backpack may be for you. If you want compact, heavy duty, something that's going to stand up to the test of time in zippers that work really well, plus a well-designed rigid layout, the Ego Kryptek bag may be right for you. If you're interested in either of these bags, there's links down below in the description that actually do help support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but allows me to continue making free content for all of you on the channel. And now that you have the right fishing backpack, check out this video on the channel where I go through my favorite live bait cooler and some mods to it. And until next time, take it easy.